Hi guys, it's your girl B and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I don't even know where to begin with this one. So let's just get into it. This was about 2 years ago and I had just come out of a horrible breakup. One night I was sad and emotional and I just decided to reach out to my former teacher because I had been having a really hard time creating art and just a hard time in life in general. I always looked up to him because he gave good advice and he was a great artist. I was basically just like, you know, I just went through a breakup, I'm having a really hard time making art, trying to get myself back out there, what do I do? He replied with, it's totally normal to feel how you're feeling, like it's gonna get better, blah 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 blah. Finally, he was just like, would you like to go get coffee with me someday? And I was like, I jumped on that so fast because I had had a crush on this teacher for a while. So obviously I jumped at the opportunity to go get coffee with him. A few days later we met up for coffee at this adorable little coffee shop. We got coffee, sat down, started talking, and when we started talking we just kind of started talking about everything. Like we were talking about movies, what our favorite music is, what we like to do, you know, just everything. We did get around to my relationship and, you know, why I was actually there meeting him for coffee. For the most part, like, the whole coffee thing was like a flirty date type of thing. Anyway, we end our conversation, we say goodbye, he hugs me as we go, and that was it for our little coffee thing. And a few weeks later, I ended up drunk texting him in the middle of the night. Would you ever consider going out on a date with me, like, not as a student? He said yes! And it was so crazy because I was just drunk and I was like, I'm just gonna fucking send this. I don't give a fuck if he says yes or no. He was down. So we finally go on our first date and I'm looking super cute, you know, I've got like these pink braids and like this like sundress on in the middle of winter, and he's looking very charming, very cute. I'm not gonna describe how he looks because I feel like people are just gonna know who he is, but I think he's a very attractive man. He's older than me by about 20 years, so yeah, we go into the city and he plays Lana Del Rey on the way there and I'm just like swooning. We ended up going to this art gallery and he took me out to get Greek food and it was like the most amazing food I've ever had in my life. We went to go leave and he put his hand in my pocket and he leaned down because I'm like kind of short and he was like taller than me. He leaned down and kissed me like right in the middle of the street and it was freezing, but like it was the best first kiss I've ever had in my life, I have to say. It was just so cute. Like he just grabbed my face and just like kissed me once and then he was like, sorry, I just had to do that. And I was like, ah, kill me now, just take my heart already. After that, pretty much I was like head over heels, like I was like, so I'm not gonna say I was in love with him, but like I was so in like with him. Everything was good. Like we would hang out at his place, watch movies, sometimes we would go out, but we would always have to go out like out of town because he didn't want people, I'm assuming he didn't want people to know that we were like dating, that he was dating a former student. In retrospect, he was such a liar because he would talk about like, oh, we're gonna make all this beautiful art together, we're gonna create these things together, and we're gonna have beautiful biracial children, and I'm gonna fall so deeply in love with you. Like, he would say all of these things, and it's just like, you're 42 and I'm 19, like, what? Our relationship finally came to an end when I was at work, and he sent me this long-ass text message talking about, like, how he can't really handle a relationship right now because of his depression and his anxiety and like all these things are going on with him and he just doesn't have the time or the energy to like leave his house or do anything, which like I understand. I understand not having like not being in the right mental space to be dating someone. That's okay. Like his reasoning for breaking up with me was okay. It's just the fact that he was such a coward and such a baby and like did it over a text message. Like he couldn't even call me. We dated for 3 months and you couldn't call me just to say like, hey, things aren't working out, like, and he straight up ignored me for 2 weeks before he sent me that text message. I just don't get it. Like, if you want to break up with somebody, just break up with them. But I think the real reason he broke up with me is because I was just too young for him. There's only a certain amount of things that you can have in common with somebody who is 20 years older than you. Yeah, I think he was just kind of too afraid to like let our relationship go public, so I think it was just easier for him to end it. And I haven't heard from him since. I've tried to like get in contact with him, but I've just never heard from him since. I've learned something about dating older men. Older men might seem like they're super mature and have their shit together, but honey, once you get to know them, they don't. They're predatory and they're as mature as a 13-year-old. So that is the story about how I ended up dating my teacher. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And if you want to follow me on my other social media accounts, I'm at Tinysquids for everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!